What's up everybody, it's Demo. Thank you all for joining and watching the video. Today we're talking about all things WWF Hasbro. Through the years of 1990 to 1994, Hasbro released 99 figures. 86 of those figures being single-carded figures, 5 tag team 2-packs, and 3 special mail-away figures. Through the entire production line, there was only 3 rings made for the figures. The first one being the standard blue WWF ring. The second one was the same blue WWF ring, but this time it had a sound bar with it. And the third one was the yellow King of the Ring playset. Series 1 through 6 were put on a blue-backed card. Starting with Series 7 and going till 11, each series had its own different color card. Also, Waves 1 through 6 were produced in many different countries for children to play with around the world. Examples of these countries were France and Italy. Coming in with Wave 1, you had 12 figures, and let me tell you, Hasbro was not messing around with what figures they were coming out. You had Andre the Giant, Akeem, Big Boss Man with his baton, Bruce the Barber Beefcake. He did come with hedge clippers. You had the powerful tag team of Action Smash. They both did come with helmets, but that was later in their tag team wave, which we will talk about. You also had the first Hulk Hogan figure. You also had Jake the Snake with a snake. The first Macho Man. The gorgeous Rick Rude. The $1 Million Man in his black suit. He did come with the $1 Million Championship belt. I just sadly do not have it. And the Ultimate Warrior. No. That wrapped up Wave 1 that released in 1990. Wave 2 brought us 9 new WWF Hasbro figures. These figures included the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, which sadly I am still trying to find. It also included Hacksaw Jim Duggan with his 2x4. Rhythm and Blues Honky Tonk Man. He did have a guitar, I just do not have the guitar. Hulk Hogan number 2. Superfly Jimmy Snuka. The Macho King with a scepter, and he also came with a crown. Roddy Piper. The green suit Macho Man with the $1 Million belt. And lastly, the Ultimate Warrior number 2 with the white trunks. Going into Wave 3, Hasbro released another 12 amazing figures. These figures included Big Boss Man number 2, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, but with a zebra print on, the Natural Disaster Earthquake, Greg the Hammer Valentine, but not the Rhythm and Blues one, Hulk Hogan number 3, Coco Beware, Macho Man Randy Savage number 3, which was actually a reproduction of the Macho King, except for this one just didn't have Macho King on the back. Mr. Perfect in his yellow attire, Sergeant Slaughter, Texas Tornado, Typhoon, and Ultimate Warrior number 3, sporting his purple attire. For Series 4, Hasbro decided to throw a little curveball in there, only releasing 4 figures for the entire wave. These figures included Bret the Hitman Hart, the British Bulldog, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and the infamous Undertaker. Moving to Series 5, Hasbro got back to their normal kick and released 10 more figures. These figures included the likes of Hulk Hogan, being his now 4th figure, the Money Man, besides the $1 Million Man, IRS, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, but he was not yet in the Hart Foundation, so he's not the Hart Foundation version. Macho Man, Series 4, being his 4th figure now. The Mountie, Rick Martel the Model, Sid Justice, Skinner, Virgil, and lastly, the Warlord. Moving into Series 6, Hasbro got 6 new figures produced for this specific wave. Just for everybody is aware watching the video now, I do not have many figures starting from Series 6 onwards. I am still building my collection, so just keep in mind, but any figure I do not have, like I've been doing in the past, will just show up on the screen for each wave follows. So starting off Series 6, you had the Berserker, Papa Shango, the Repo Man, Ric Flair, Tatanka number 1, and Tito Santana. Going into Series 7, Hasbro released another 6 amazing figures. These figures included Crush number 1, or Surfer Crush, Kamala, Nails, Owen Hart, Razor Ramon version 1, and Shawn Michaels number 1, sporting his Heart Pant attire. Moving now into Series 8, Hasbro released another 6 figures. These figures included Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret the Hitman Hart, Lex Luger, Mr. Perfect number 2, now sporting his blue attire, The Undertaker number 2, which did include a robe, and Yokozuna. Going into Series 9, Hasbro released another 6 wonderful figures. These figures included Doink the Clown, Hacksaw Jim Duggan number 2, now sporting his USA attire, Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, Tatanka number 2, and $1 Million Man number 3, who is not in a suit. Moving now into Series 10, you had Butch and Luke Bushwhacker sporting their gray attire, both Head Shrinkers, Fatu and Samu. You also had the Giant Gonzalez, Marty Jannetty, Razor Ramon number 2, now sporting his purple attire, and Shawn Michaels number 2, sporting his Black Heart attire. Going into what is now the most sought after wave of the entire production line, WWF Hasbro Wave 11. This wave included 7 figures. These figures range from prices starting at around $150 to thousands of dollars. It's extremely hard to get these figures because it's the last wave and production was slowing down on the Hasbros. In this wave include 1-2-3 Kid, Adam Bomb, Bart the Smoking Gun, Billy the Smoking Gun, or Billy Gunn for those wrestling fans out there. Crush number 2, now sporting his all-purple attire as Bad Guy Crush. Ludwig Borga and Yokozuna number 2, sporting a black and white attire. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there were 5 tag team 2-packs that were released. I don't know the exact wave or when they were exactly produced, but I know they were in the range of 1990 and 1994. These 2-packs included the Bushwhackers in their black attire, Demolition with Crush and Smash. They included 2 black helmets. My personal favorite, the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, the Nasty Boys, and the infamous Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. But what about the 3 mail-away figures that you mentioned earlier? Well, there were 3 mail-away figures. You had Bret Hart, number 3, who kind of did look like his first figure, but there's a little bit of a difference in his pants. You have Hulk Hogan, number 5, sporting an all-red attire and a bandana over his head. And then Undertaker, number 3, who had kind of the same vibe. It looked like the Undertaker, number 2, but it was a different figure. Now, one little note that a lot of people don't know about is in the March 1991 WWF magazine, the back cover has WWF Hasbro figures. This was an ad for Toys R Us, but there might be something that you might not notice. That is Greg the Hammer Valentine in his Rhythm of Blues outfit. But this figure was never released to the public. It was never truly produced. There's prototypes out there, and people like Matt Cardona do have one, and it is the Holy Grail of WWF Hasbro collecting. So if you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, make sure to drop a follow, and give me a comment. What do you want to see more of? What would you like to see next? And I hope you enjoyed, and thank you all for watching, and keep collecting.